Welcome to the program. I'm Mark Imperial. This segment's being brought to you by booksgrowbusiness.com. It's the place where busy professionals get their books done and published to educate their consumers, to build their businesses, and to leave a legacy. We're doing a series of spotlights on remarkable business professionals across the country and even in your town. Joining me on this segment from Tampa, Florida, is Steve Pohlit. Steve, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mark. I appreciate the invitation. I'm happy to be here.
Tell us a little bit about your business and who are the types of folks that you work with?
Well, first of all, my business, evolved from being in corporate America, an executive from some very large companies, and then I bought a company myself and sold it. And now I'm really focused on what I call the affiliate marketing program, where I get an opportunity to represent a number of companies that have outstanding products and technology that help a lot of people. So helping a lot of people is kind of a broad definition, but it's true. So for example, what I'm going to talk about today is, and I selected it purposely for this interview, is IHUB Global, because most people are not aware of it. And what's interesting about this is the only business model that I've ever found which is completely free, and yet the business pays you money when you get involved. So I've never seen a model like that before. So I'm excited about sharing that information.
Okay, terrific. So just to clarify, you're going to share this new model and this opportunity. And to clarify, do you also help others get started in the similar business?
Well, that will be true, because with the affiliate marketing business, and in one of the businesses that I'm in, it's a network marketing business, you build a team. So if you're going to build a team, you need to have a focus on bringing value to the people that you invite to be members of your team. So that's really, really great, because I have a lot of experience coaching people in business and real estate investment. So I take those skills and bring them over into the affiliate and network marketing business models.
Hey, before we jump into that, you brought up a really important point. You came from you came from the world of helping people with real estate investments and all that. Why do you like this model, this affiliate business model, so much? Tell us a little bit about that, because a lot of people are going to be interested in wondering, is this as good as the other opportunity you were in, or better, or what do you like about it?
Well, I think there's a couple criteria, and I actually wrote an article about this, and it's published on my website. Actually, I think it's published on LinkedIn right now. I need to put it on my website. But the whole idea is that when you select the right companies to be affiliated with, then you're offering tremendous value to a large number of people. And there's very, very little risk for you as the affiliate marketer, because in the cases that I recommend, in most cases, you're not spending any money. In some cases, you're spending some money because you're actually buying the product for your own use, so you have the credibility when you market it. But in the case of IHUB Global, that I'll talk about, you're spending no money, and yet you can make a really nice income from being involved. So I really like the idea of low financial risk and great income potential upside.
Right on. So let's jump right in then. And since you know the business and the product better than me, tell us what you feel is important to share about it with our audience.
Okay, so as a way of introduction, when I say the word internet, most people think cell phones, Wi-Fi's, computers, and that's all true. When I say the word sensors, people don't necessarily know what that means. So I'll give you an example. Sensors include devices like smart appliances, thermostats, home security systems, webcams, printers, wearable technologies such as Apple Watches, Fitbits, and smart speaker devices. And it goes on and on and on. There's actually 8.5 billion sensors in the world, and they all capture data and communicate that data back to the source of the sensor. And the source of the sensor pays for that data to be transmitted to them through the typical internet that we are familiar with. However, in 2013, a company called Helium, HELLIUM.com, formulated a strategy for developing a network for the purpose of capturing the data from the sensors that'll be much more economical and quickly and very fast. And so they formed this technology, and they had to figure out a way to get this network developed across the world. So they decided to create a crypto coin, token called Helium. And Helium token is backed by the data, by the idea of the data collection around the world. So there's a lot of value there. And today the Helium token is actually around, I think, $11 or $12 a token. But the company that I'm with, which is IHUB Global, IHUB.global, they're a marketing and distribution business. So they've set up the business model of an affiliate marketing. So what does that mean? That means that they decided that the fastest way to develop a network would be to get affiliates who also market the idea. And I'm one of those affiliates. So what does that mean? Well, there's devices. The devices are produced by several companies, but the devices are small. And these devices work with a radio transmission, and you just simply plug them in. And when you plug them in, it begins to work. And initially it works by mining Helium crypto. And then when the density is sufficient, it will begin gathering the data, which is really the source of the value of the device. So what's fascinating is you don't have to do anything. You just have to have a location that qualifies for a device. What does that mean? It means it has to be in a location where it can communicate with other devices. And if it's not, you simply develop a cluster of locations, say 3 to 6 locations for devices, and they communicate with each other. And when that happens, it starts generating Helium tokens, and you're paid on a every 2-week basis when this is in operation. So for one quick example, there is a condo in downtown St. Pete that has a device, and it's communicating with, I think, maybe 8 or 9 other devices close to downtown St. Petersburg. And that particular unit is really, really successful. And they're generating, I'll say, approximately $1,000 of Helium revenue a month. And that owner of that device gets 50% of it. That was the prior model, where you buy the unit for $500 and you collect 50% of the revenue. The new model is different. The new model is you don't have to spend any money for a device. You just have to have a location that actually qualifies for the device, meaning it will produce revenue for the host and produce revenue for the company. So that's my focus, because I tell people, look, you don't have to build a team. You don't have to be an affiliate marketer. You just need to register and reserve a unit. And when the unit's available, you just plug it in and you start making money. Now, if you want to make bigger money, then I can show you how you can by becoming an affiliate just like me. And there's no cost to becoming an affiliate like me, with the exception that they just came out with a new piece of software that helps us evaluate the profitability of a device in a marketplace much better. So that's for builders like myself. And that's a once a year price of $299, which is pretty modest for all that it does.
So we're introducing some terminology here that I think a lot of people don't really understand, like the Helium, for example. Using your example of the condo in St. Petersburg,
yeah.
What exactly are they measuring, and who? This doesn't sound like this is for the consumer. Who is this? This condo has a device, and it's collecting helium out of the ground, or what is it doing?
No, it's not collecting any helium out of the ground at all, and it's for everyone. It's for everyone's home, office, business. This particular condo just happens to be the owner, the condo that the owner lives in, and the device is a small device. It's about 4 inches by 3 inches by 2 inches, and it has an antenna on it. And I'm pretty sure that he has it plugged in near a window of his condo. So that device is communicating with other devices in the marketplace. And when it does, and I can't explain to you the actual technicality of how it works, because it's a sophisticated encrypted model, but it captures the volume of communication with other devices in the marketplace, and that actually ends up being what we call mining the Helium crypto. But again, the end game is not the mining of the helium crypto. The end game is to develop the marketplace with enough density of devices that's actually capturing the data from the sensors that I mentioned earlier.
Okay, Steve. Hey, what inspired you to transition into this from the other businesses that you were in?
Oh, I do have
How'd you
other,
get started?
well, I do have other businesses, and I was actually pretty busy and wasn't looking for another opportunity when a person called me about this. But when I looked at this model and I realized that this is so easy for people to register and reserve a unit, and it costs them nothing to do that. And all we need to do when the devices are available, and the devices are not available right now because there's a semiconductor shortage throughout the world, and it's affecting not only helium.com and IHUB Global, but it's affecting the automobile industry and other industries as well.
This is really fascinating because it just sounds like there's some new technology happening. It sounds like there's a lot of new opportunities like that are hidden to a lot of people, and you just happen to have discovered it. And this is going to require a lot of education of the public to understand more about this. Steve, how do people that want to learn more about this and are fascinated by it, how do they find you, connect with you, and learn more?
Well, Mark, I'm glad you asked that question. It's actually very, very easy because what I've done is I've taken an article that I've written that explains this. I think it explains it fairly well. And it's the first article that comes up when you go to my website, stevepohlit.com, Steve, Pohlit.com.
Steve, this has been terrific and really fascinating. I'm definitely going to that site to read all about it right now so I get some further clarification in the short time that we've had. It's just gotten me really intrigued in it. So I appreciate you taking the time and sharing with my audience today, and I wish you continued success with your new venture moving forward.
Thank you, Mark. I'm very excited to present this because, as you can tell, it's free and it makes money for people. And I've never seen a business model better than this one.
That was Steve Pohlit, based out of Tampa, Florida, serving the world over the web. And this segment's been brought to you by booksgrowbusiness.com. It's the place where busy professionals get their books done and published to educate that consumer, to grow their businesses, and to leave a legacy. That's all for now. I'm Mark Imperial, and thanks for joining me.